Kira is low. Kira's down, but the core is low as well. That's Urel to fall. Danny's still working, 12%. There's Greymane, there's Brightwing, and the core is saved at 10% health. Red, oh my gosh, Red is tearing through the members of Bronze 6. Somehow Ferret's gonna survive. Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight we have some Division A action. We've got our teams all set to go here. It is ProBUs versus BeatGen GuWutine, and they have started up this lobby, so let's get over to the map select real quick. Cursed Hollow, Towers of Doom, Sky Temple, and Braxis Holdout are your map bans for this evening, and we're going to start things off on Dragonshire here for map number 1. Let's jump straight into it. We are in it to win it, Dragonshire. BeatGen starting on things off with the Maiev ban. Two storied teams here in the Nexus Gaming Series. Long-time teams, veteran players, pulled out of retirement to come and play and entertain you all. Hope you're all having an excellent evening. Hope you're all having an excellent week. We're almost through. It's Thursday night, the best night for Heroes of the Storm. Bans are flying here. Sylvanas, Junkrat, Kira also taken off the table, wanting to get rid of those duelers. And Canny is going to lock up the Brightwing here. First pick for BeatGen. Hogger coming in first here for Shoepuff, an absolute terror on every single map in Heroes of the Storm, but Dragonshire, you get to take that top camp solo as long as you get the soak beforehand. Always something you want to see. Zagara here from John Bunyan coming through pretty early. With Junkrat off the board, Zagara is one that can anchor the bottom lane. I'm interested to see whether BeatGen grabs a Lunara or a Hanzo to possibly try to control the vision and control the bottom lane. Not going to pick it up immediately, though. McGiblets on the Johanna and the Doctor going for Jaina here. Very, very strong wave clear duo. Jaina is a good follow-up to Johanna Engage, so that's going to be something that that ProBUs might want to grab themselves a cleanse for. I wouldn't be too surprised to see an Anduin come on through, but we will see what the ban phase unfolds here. What do we got? Falstad to be the ban. Really focusing on those assassins here is ProBUs. I feel like it's a healer ban here from BeatGen. They've already got the Brightwing. I'd be banning Anduin, but we'll see what they think is the most reasonable thing to ban here. They're gonna get rid of Lucio. Lucio is a prime cleanser. Can move around with basically Reckless Abandon versus a Johanna. Understandable ban there for sure. ProBUs looking across, they've pretty much got their off lanes figured out here. So we'll see what they want to put across from this Jaina and Brightwing backline here. Anubarak Tychus here from 8-Bit and Ace. Anubarak with that long distance engage. Tychus has to do a little bit of a dash to follow up if Anubarak is going full forward with it, but if Anubarak's coming in at a bit of an angle, Tychus already set up, you can get some serious damage done, especially onto that front line if you can keep Johanna locked down for a little bit. Last two picks here for BeatGen. We're looking for some off lane. We're looking for some follow-up to the Johanna. A lot of assassins already gone. We're going to see Malthael and Valera here. So we got the main damage from Jaina, we got the follow-up from Valera, and Malthael going to be running the macro in the top lane. Dragonshire is a map where you can draft something like a Valera. More often we see something like a Genji or a Zeratul that tends to float around, but Valera, Valera does the same sort of thing. Stays out of vision, shows up in lanes that aren't expected to be in. So Zagara is definitely going to have to watch out for that. Hector is going to grab up a cleanse. It is the Rhaegar in the last pick position for ProBUs. Definitely needed to pick up that cleanse versus the Johanna Jaina, and they do have it. On a short cooldown at that. Alrighty, the teams are set here. Loading into Dragonshire should be a very interesting matchup. Let's do it. It's game number 1. On the left in the blue, it is ProBUs. Shoepuff is on the Hogger. Ace is playing Tychus. 8-Bit on the Anubarak. John Bunyan on the Zagara. And Ektar is playing the Rhaegar. On the right in the red, we have Beat Gen GuWutine. Snagananas is on the Valera. The Doctor playing Jaina. Linehouse on the Malthael. Canny on Brightwing. And McGiblets is playing Johanna.
Unleash the dragon's wrath.
Teams are going back and forth here. Old pals. Gonna have a good time here in this best of 3. The prediction is up. If you've got the bananas in store and you want to bet them, now is the time. As we see Hogger starting off that wave clear. Jaina going for the damage rather than the wave. Could be a little bit of a slowdown, but there's Johanna to go ahead and pick up those minions. Rotations will commence. ProBUs getting a head start here on the bottom lane. Zagara staying down here for now. John Bunyan, of course, going to have to watch out for Snagananas on those rotations. Shoepuff and Linehouse going to be on the 1v1 here on the top side. I want to see if ProBUs uses this Anubarak Tychus to rotate up to the top side. Malthael is one of the more gankable off lanes. So that'll be something to worry about over on the side of Beat Gen.
Take control of the shot.
Assassins here for Beat Gen going for this bottom side siege right on time. On the top side, Ektar and Ace going to be aided by Shoepuff, getting the bruiser camp out on time here. John Bunyan and going to be a little bit behind, but it doesn't look like there's going to be an invade from the side of Beat Gen just yet.
Capture the shot.
Linehouse taking a little bit of damage from Shoepuff there, but here comes Valera trying to get the damage in. There's Brightwing as well, and Hogger is taken down. Very well coordinated gank there from Beat Gen GuWutine. 8-Bit taking a little bit of damage, but has the Unstoppable to avoid the condemn of Johanna. Right now the control is over to the side of Beat Gen. Canny looking for a very quick dragon. Going to be interrupted there by the grenade of Tychus. Can Ace get there a second time? No. That is a 2-minute Dragon Knight going over to Beat Gen. Valera staying in the top lane for now as the Dragon Knight pushes into the mid. Got a rotation coming on through from ProBUs just to try to get some damage in, make sure this dragon can't just wail on this wall for free, as it has approximately 7 health here at the 2-minute mark. On the top side here, Hogger could be in a spot of trouble once again. Linehouse applying the Reaper's mark before Shoepuff to head on back, and Snaganana's doing what Valera does in that early game, which is make the side lanes shiver. Dragon about to expire there. The Doctor and the Giblet's a little bit low on mana. After this laning phase, we'll see them start to head on back to base. Ooh, Snaganana's nearly caught by 8-Bit there on that rotation, but Valera slips away. So a little bit of damage there in the mid. That's about all you can expect from a 2-minute Dragon Knight, but you get that experience and you get to show the other team you mean business, and that's really what it's all about here. Ace steps up. Gonna get tagged there. Snaganana is just gonna head on back. I think Ace was trying to bait Valera into appearing on the other side, but didn't get that teleport tech. On the bottom side here, Ektar going for a quick bruiser camp for ProBUs. See if that's going to be scouted out. McGiblets doesn't see it coming for now as Ace and Ektar wipe up this camp. See Linehouse here for Beat Gen is going to solo this right side bruiser, while Valera covers the top lane soak. Jaina Johanna should be able to wrap up this camp pretty quickly here. It's ProBUs going to rotate to the mid for now. Looks like I want to see if they go up top. I really want to see them try to help out Shoepuff here in a minute. But for now, going to head on down, look for the Doctor. 8-Bit. I was thinking about it. It's always a little scary when you dive in front of the gate like that. understand not going for it just there. Tychus having to head up to the top side to help out Hogger here. So we're going to be getting our next shrine phase all ready to go. 2 up top here for ProBUs, showing on the map. So beat gen, know they have a little bit of space to move around. They know that this camp should not be contested here. McGiblet's going to get pinned there for a moment, but Johanna very healthy. Not too worried about it. Meanwhile, Ektar a little bit worried about it. 8-bit with a very nice peel, though. Is going to get Ektar out of trouble. Like a possible camp invade here, but it's a bit of a tough angle, so we're going to see Beat Gen just back off and head to the lane here. Beat Gen going to control this bottom side while ProBUs controls the top. 8-bit really watching that rotation. Snaganaut is going to be spotted there. Gets hit by that silence, but there's a Nubarak over the wall. Could we have our first kill here? There's the bump back, but it's not quite enough. ProBUs still looking for that first kill of the game. BeatGen can grab this wave, and 10 will be here at about the same time for our two teams. I'm interested to see if there's going to be any game-changing heroics locked in here. ProBUs does have control for now, but Canny has the position for the interrupt. There's the water elemental actually popped there by the doctor. That'll be quickly cleaned up by ProBUs. Malthael actually going down on the top side. Shoepuff getting that 1v1 kill before Valera and Brightwing could come in for the assist. Very nicely done by the ProBUs offlane. Was Nova banned? No, Nova was available. Valera was the choice. Right now we see John Bunyan has been pushing with this camp into Jaina, doing some big work there. Ace is going to go for the kill. Jaina caught there. John Bunyan, the envenomed spines, getting a huge poisoned auto attack, helping with that kill. Giblet's just trying to help control this lane for the time being as ProBUs trying to grab this dragon, but Canny and Snaganon is just delaying for days here. Tychus gonna step up. Canny avoids the first stun, but not the second. There's the blink heal over the wall. Quickly checking on our heroics. You saw that water elemental come on out. It is the Cloak of Shadows here for Valera, which makes life very, very difficult for a diving Nubarak. Everything else looking pretty standard. Last rites, blink heal, blessed shield. Here for ProBUs, we've got the ancestral healing, Odin, devouring maw, cocoon, and hortipult. The battle continues here as the teams are going to trade shrines. Silence there onto a Nubarak. Nice polymorph follow-up as well. Means 8-bit has to get on back to the gate. Ace coming on down. Oh, Linehouse could be in a spot of trouble. Nice cleanse, though, by Canny. Is that going to be enough movement speed? Looks like it is. Malthael gets out of trouble. They're in the mid lane. There hasn't been a big clash of a team fight so far. It's been a lot of little skirmishes, a lot of test engages. Of course, we've had those 1v1 kills. The 3v1 as we had in the very first kill of the game. Augur going to activate that Unstoppable to deny the engage from Valera there. Oh, Brightwing coming on down. Can Shoepuff get back to safety? Looks like, yes, they can. That does mean there's a little space here. We see Zagara actually going down, but now we've got a pin from the rest of the squad of ProBUs. Jaina put into the cocoon on -2 health, it seemed. There we go, it was about 90 health. Jaina is going to go down. The water elemental going to stick around. Ektar just watching it flame. ProBUs grabbing a couple of kills there off the camp steal, catching 2 out of position. Very nicely played. We'll see if that nets them a Dragon Knight here, but they still have to control that top side. Team's just doubling back to get their camps. We've got a camp here that was stolen. Taking a chunk out of the wall. Canny trying to get this burned down, but the wave is collapsing quickly. Shoepuff on the top side. Got to watch out for that Valera engage once again, but it's pretty close to a pretty intact gate. You see those danger pings coming on out. Teams are aware. They know that there's a Valera on the map somewhere and where they're most likely to be. Linehouse walking into the wrong neighborhood for a sec, but a great Unstoppable is going to put Nubarak in a world of hurt. Gets hit with the Ancestral. Last Rites connects, but doesn't get the last hit. Will the Reaper's Mark be the kill? It will. Nubarak still goes down. Nice turnaround there. Great Unstoppable pop. Was that the inevitable end? It was. Good work there by Linehouse, stymieing the Nubarak dive. Battle continues here for control over this dragon. Big rotation up top from Beachan. Ektar going to take some damage. Linehouse does not have the last rites available just yet. John Bunyan stepping up with that Envenom Spines once again, but can he in range? Ooh, will it be enough? Shoepuff can't get the knockback. He's going to spin under the tower. Wow, what a bounce from Shoepuff. That is it for Mouthfeel. Totally 100% planned. Snagging on us. Oh, is actually not taken out of the stealth there. Has the self-unstoppable, is going to be stunned on the edge. Devouring Maw comes up as well. Valera might have enough cooldowns to get out of here. Trying to turn around for some damage onto John Bunyan. Zagar forced to retreat. Shoepuff in some trouble, being run down by 2. The spin is not enough to get out of trouble this time. Augur goes down. Nubarak finding a stun onto 2. That's a stun onto 3 as well. ProBUs trying to turn this into a fight here. Brightwing's put into the cocoon. Jaina taken out. Brightwing should have the blink heal to get back to safety. There it is. Canny will escape. All the while, though, ProBUs did manage to grab control over the Dragon Knight and will have themselves pushing an objective mid. Snag gonna head on back to base here as we have a level lead for the side of ProBUs, and they're going to be taking down their second structure of the game here in the mid lane. They're just going to go ahead and deny that kick to get extra damage out onto the objective. Snagging on is playing a pretty skilled brand of Valera here. There's not a lot of Valera pickers in the league, but when you've got one in your team, it's something you got to watch out for in the draft. It's like when you know you got a Medivh player or a Genji player, it's always something that you got to watch out for. As Snaganana's got to watch out for that grenade melting point. Really grabbing that kill there. Dragon Knight time is waning as we see Hogger pushing into Brightwing here on the top lane, just trying to get a little damage in on the fort. Big rotation here from ProBUs, looking for Canny, but the rest of the team arrives to give Brightwing a blink out. We could have a fight under this fort right now. McGiblet's starting to move on forward, will not commit the Blessed Shield. But it's a party in the top lane here. Snaganana's in Linehouse looking for a rotation. 8-Bit sees it. Goes in. We'll see if the rest of the team can catch it up here. Over the top is Shoepuff. Can't get the cutoff. But now it's Shoepuff in trouble. Last Rites is going to land that kill as the fight continues. Ace shelling in from the edge, but Beatgen still very healthy after that engage. Right now, Beachend does have an opening here. 40 seconds without Hogger. They're not going to be able to set up for an objective, but we'll see if they can possibly poke down some of these walls. They haven't got too much damage in on the walls so far. The Giblet's thinking about moving in. Nubarak's over the wall. Actually, gets the stun there. We're going to see the Unstoppable used. Very forward scout there from the Giblets. But overall, it looks like ProBUs is going to get out without too much damage, despite Hogger going down in that fight. Camp taken here. We see Snag working on the top right camp to get some parity on the map here. The Giblet's just watching Ektar bark back and forth in the mid. Tychus on the top side, so right now ProBUs not feeling like they can take this immediately. They do see the Doctor here in the bottom lane. 8-Bit has the Scout. Looks like they should be able to take this fast enough with Rhaegar and Hogger to not be too much of a problem. Team starting to amass here on the bottom side. Shoepuff stepping up with this Bruiser camp. The Giblet's rotating around here. Could be looking for Hogger. Just wraps around to the wave.
And claim vengeance for my family.
Got 3 in the mid here. Beatgen staying close together. They know Brightwing can join at a moment's notice. Augur way up at the wall here, pushing with this catapult. Getting a ton of value on the map here. Snaganon is looking for Ektar, but Rhaegar has that movement speed to boost away. Tychus remaining on the top side to try to help Augur out with that top camp clear. And finally will be released to join the team. Blessed Shield engaged there by McGiblets. Polymorph comes out. Ektar is going to be saved by the Ancestral, denying the last rights kill. What a huge devouring maw there from John Bunyan. Can we get a re-engage, though, from 8-Bit? Goes over the top, is going to find the stun onto 3. Great cleanse, though, from Canny. Johanna still caught on the top side, and ProBUs continues to chase on forward. They've got all lane to try to catch these folks. John Bunyan going to mount up. Shoepuff over the top is going to catch the Doctor. That is it for Jaina. Snaganon is slowed by that grounding totem. Now we've got the no control from Augur. That is going to be a quad kill here from ProBUs. How far can they go? They've got their level 20s. They're going to go for a dragon here. They're not going to go for the instant end. I feel like they might have been able to go for it. It would have been close, but they might just get this anyway. We're going to see the keep go down. They've still got about 30 seconds before most of the team comes back. GG has been called, and with the Dragon Knight on the way, they will definitely have the damage. Turns out both selections were right. ProBUs is going to go up 1-0 in this best of 3. GG. Very nice game number 1 there. Super back and forth, just vying for control over the map. Finally, in the end, ProBUs breaks through with a gigantic teamfight win and just moves on through the bottom lane to the core. Very nicely done. Let's go over to the post-match. Take a look at the stats here. John Bunyan on the Zagara, top hero damage there. 48,500 for ProBUs. Over on the side of BeatGen, GuWutine. Snaganon is on the Valera, topping that hero damage at a little over 31,000. We'll take a look at the talents here as we update the scoreboard, update the prediction, and we'll get ourselves ready for a game number 2. ProBUs is the winner. Alrighty. Alright, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2 of ProBUs versus BeatGen GuWutine here in Division A. Hope you've all had an excellent evening so far. The chat is popping off today. So many folks coming out to see their teams. Love to see it. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're enjoying the new backgrounds. I've picked like 8 backgrounds that I can just flip between whenever I feel like. We're doing campfire today. Hopefully get a little variety in the stream every now and again. You know how it is. You know how it is. Alright, teams are here. Teams are getting ready. Let's go over to map select. You can see what's going on with the series so far. And I forgot the Soothsayer update came through and I have to re-customize the colors on this thing. Every time I'm so close. So close to getting it right. Oh well. We're going to be going to Battlefield of Eternity for our next map, courtesy of BeatGen. Once the teams hit the readies, we'll be able to get started. Last game was pretty close. It was pretty close all the way through. So I'm thinking that I'm thinking this next one could be anyone's game. But it's going to come down to the draft. Things can get a little custom, a little interesting in the draft process. Sometimes you catch people off guard. Just waiting on the second ready. We'll bring it back to me. We are ready here. Game number 2 on Battlefield of Eternity. Li Ming, the opening ban here from ProBUs. is going to be first pick here on map number 2. Once again, the Maiev removed. No Maevs allowed here from ProBUs. They've scarred one too many teams with that pick over the seasons. And just never allowed again. Diablo the next ban, of course, can take well advantage of all of the geography in the middle of the map and all of the vision blockers. Diablo can just sail over with reckless abandon. ProBUs not wanting to deal with that. Another Lucio ban coming on out from BeatGen. They really don't want that that cleansing DJ hitting the battlefield. So, first pick goes over to ProBUs. A lot of burn heroes available. I wouldn't be too surprised just to see them take Augur again, though. ShoePuff was kind of owning. What do they got? What are they thinking? There it is. Augur goes to ShoePuff. BeatGen with the double response here. See what they want to pick up here in the early going. Hanzo didn't seem like a priority in game number 1. We'll see if that's going to be a problem in game number 2. I'd like to see a Hanzo come on out. Those Dragon Arrow engages are always fun to cast. But let's see what BeatGen is thinking here for their opening 2 picks. Muradin Vala. The Giblet's going for that Muradin. Canny on the Vala here. Could be a little swapperoo in the rolls, as Key actually coming on in for this game. A very solid pairing for Battlefield of Eternity, to be sure. Sometimes we see Muradin even go for that Sledgehammer on 4 just to help take down that Immortal and help defend that Immortal, which is very, very useful. ETC Junkrat, a pretty nice displacement duo here coming on in from ProBUs. We don't get to see ETC an awful lot these days, but it's always exciting when you see someone who knows like how to hold those cooldowns, how to not just hit all 3 buttons on every engage, come on out with the ETC. It can be pretty good. It can be pretty useful. Sometimes you need the team to help you out. It's a very powerful hero. That's not Artanis, that's true. There has not been an Artanis in this draft. It is unbelievable. John Bunyan also grabbing that Junkrat. Gonna be able to. I want to see if it's a double trap build to help really control that middle space. Alarak banned away by BeatGen. ProBUs considering their mid ban here. I think I'd get rid of Tyrande. We're gonna get rid of Rhaegar. I feel like Tyrande really can read ETC with those lunar flares and just kind of shut things down. And it's also a nice pairing on Battlefield of Eternity. We'll see what BeatGen is interested in here. They've got a lot of options, a lot of flex available here. No healers picked up just yet. They're going to grab themselves a Stukov, though. Key locking that in. Linehouse going for the Arthas. Not one that we see a lot. Arthas, a very good anti-melee, anti-frontline. I haven't seen a lot of Arthas Hogger matchups. I'm assuming this is an Arthas in the offlane. I imagine Arthas gets drained on the mana, so might have to hold those abilities a little bit and just go for the Frostmourne Hungers to keep that mana high. And just kind of deal with the push. Last 2 picks coming on out. It's the Tychus, it's the Deckard here. Finish off that ProBUs draft. Been pretty familiar. The Tychus follow up to the tank engage. Deckard going to be controlling that space alongside Junkrat. Definitely going to be a little bit difficult for a hero like Arthas to maneuver in all of those slows and stuns. However, Arthas is just kind of a big tanky lad, so he just kind of wants to walk at you anyway. Snagging on is on the last pick, going for the Blaze. We've got a big-time front line here from BeatGen to try to counter the semi-soft front line presented by ETC. Though going into that Deckard could be trouble. There's a lot of possible hits for that Ruby. It can keep 8-bit alive, so it'll be really down to the timing of these engages and whether ETC can be stymied in the slides. All right. Let's do it. It's game number 2. Once again, on the left in the blue, we have ProBUs. Ace is on Tychus, Ektar on the Deckard, 8-Bit is playing ETC, John Bunyan on the Junkrat, and we've got Shoepuff on the Hogger. On the right in the red, it is BeatGen GuWutine. Key playing the Stukov, McGiblets on Muradin, Snaganana's on the Blaze, Canny is on Vala. We've got Linehouse playing the Arthas. Here we go. It's game number 2 here in this best of 3. ProBUs trying to lock this one up. BeatGen looking for the reverse sweeperola. It's important for everyone that they do this. It does all rest on this moment. Junkrat just trying to get some dismounts. Does get one in the back. There's the root combo onto McGiblets. Big slide there from 8-Bit. That's one that you're going to see good ETCs do a lot. 8-Bit is going to be sliding a lot north-south, not going directly downhill to the east. That's how ETCs get in trouble, is you slide directly forward and then you got nowhere to go. You're way out of range of your healer. You saw that reposition 8-Bit going, sliding up north. That's exactly what you want to be doing with ETC. Checking in on the top side here, we see a rotation from Ace. Linehouse already taking a little early damage, as can happen against the Hogger. Oh, great timing on that stun! Oh, so close! Linehouse getting out of trouble with 76 health there. That does give BeatGen a little time to come on down to try to grab this camp. Tychus will going to be a little bit late here. 8-Bit gonna see if they can slide onto this point. There's the contest. There's the bump as well. Tychus has joined, but now nowhere to go is ETC. 8-Bit goes down. First blood of the game. Ace could be going down next. Great root peel, though, from Ektar. He's gonna get Tychus back to safety. Meanwhile, on the top side, Arthas is very good at dueling on the point here, slowing down that attack speed from the Hogger. You're going to see the stun there, the bounce back and forth. Oh no, clips the edge, and Shoepuff goes down. I said that a little early. Shoepuff goes down. Oh man, you know what? I'm going to say that was on purpose. I don't know, I was just, you know, my mind was elsewhere. Shoepuff went down. Oh, goodness me. I said it so confidently, too. Oh, man. What a day. We're going to see BeatGen hold that right side camp, try to time it a little bit better with the objective here. Hogger has come back up to solo this left side camp. Shoepuff going to make short work of that. Both teams just want to set up for the objective. BeatGen going to cap theirs first. Hogger trying to get that perfect spin to take this camp down. This camp is a little bit awkward for the infinite Hogger spin, but it does eventually get taken. BeatGen going to jump directly onto this Immortal. We do see it is a Q build here. Hungering Arrow from Canny. It's definitely building to burn down this Immortal as quickly as possible. Ace coming in on the flank. Linehouse is going to be caught there and rooted. Nice. Oh my goodness. Linehouse still going to be thrown into the back, but what a stop initially onto 8-Bit. Doesn't end up mattering though as Linehouse goes down. Shoepuff trying to work on McGiblets here, but has the Dwarf Toss to get over the wall. Arthas down. We're going to see ProBUs working on the objective. McGiblets trying to step up here. ETC caught on the edge. We'll get away from the silence of Stukov. Stukov does appear to be going for that standard lurking arm build, so that's going to get even more deadly at level 7. Snaganana's pinned in the back for a moment there as Linehouse rejoins and puts the hurt onto ETC. Shoepuff being slowed on the retreat as well. Ace trying to double back, but Arthas is holding that corridor. Rest of the team coming on back for the objective, though. We're going to see who takes down this race. It's going to be very close here. BeatGen on the charge. ProBUs looks like they're going to be a little bit behind, and this first objective is going to go over to the red team. Objective going to be heading up to the top lane here. Beat Gen about a half level ahead thanks to those hero kills. Tychus holding down the bottom lane for now as Hogger goes to relieve their coverage. See how much of this structure they can take down. Junkrat can get this down from afar pretty well. John Bunyan taking a little hurt there from Blaze. Decker just putting those potions to make sure 8-Bit can be confident on that front line. Looks like this objective going to be taken down without too much fuss. Snagging on has bumped into range there. Nice slide follow-up as the tower is just wailing away on Blaze, and now the follow-up from Deckard. Key trying to escape on the top side here. Canny trying to get out of trouble as well. 8-Bit sees the retreat. Key doubling back. Stukov definitely has nowhere to go here, or do they? There's the slow onto Junkrat. Still Stukov goes down. Camp on the top side spawn's going to be quickly taken here by ProBUs. As the experience is starting to even out here. Where do we have that experience? There it is. There it is, and there it be. Slightly ahead is Beat Gen, but only by a sliver. Canny going ahead and grabbing this bottom camp while Shoopuf and the Giblets duel it out in the lane. Does look like Shoopuf is going to come on down to check this one. It'll just go over to Beat Gen. 10's approaching shortly, but the objective is also coming up soon. Uh-oh, Linehouse could be in trouble. Bumped away there into the back line. John Bunyan trying to get the last auto, but the slow on the auto attack is causing some trouble. ETC trying to catch up. Less than 10 health. Arthas does go down. Another pickoff there from ProBUs. Mortals are spawning on in. Looks like the teams are going to have the opportunity to grab these last waves and grab their heroics. 8-Bit just trying to slow things down here on the top side. Shaman camps are up and being taken by both teams. It's ProBUs getting their 10s ever so slightly ahead of Beat Gen. We've got the Hortapult, Mosh Pit, Stay a While, and Listen. Junkrat and Tychus still considering their options here. For Beat Gen, it is the Avatar, Syndragosa, Bunker, Rain of Vengeance, and Flailing Swipe. Draken Laser Drill and Riptire were the last ults there for ProBUs. Those Hungering Arrows putting the hurt on 8-Bit, but nothing that a little potion can't cure, as these Immortals remain in defensive positions. 8-Bit venturing on forward here. Shoopuf and Ace ready for the flank. Key on the outside, just trying to stay out of trouble. Be ready to counter-engage with that Silence Puddle. Uh-oh, Augur going on a wild ride up to the top side, but has the movement speed to get away. There's the follow-up onto 8-Bit. Good zoning there from Deckard. Allows ETC to move back and find those potions. The Giblets trying to step forward here as Ace on the low side. Oh, big stun there from Shoopuf's. Huge slide from 8-Bit. Will there be a mosh here? Nope, not committed just yet. Gonna hold it for now. Linehouse on the low side is gonna be peeled for by Key. Doubles on down. Looks like Key could be in trouble. Pops the Biotic, and it's not quite enough. Bunker tried to get the save, but Stukov goes down. We're going to see Murden fall next, and now, uh-oh, Snagging On is caught there by John Bunyan, who's been on point with these concussion mines. The swipe doesn't hit, but the slide does. That is a triple kill here for ProBUs. Nicely executed there. The displacement effects have been so useful for ProBUs thus far here on Battlefield of Eternity. It's making life really difficult for that triple front line. John Bunyan just popping Canny over the wall there because why not? Now the team's basically back at full strength. We are in defensive postures once again. Shoopuf and Linehouse. We're looking like a possible engage there, as there is the root slide follow-up. McGiblet's going to be bumped into the back. Muradin trying to get out of trouble, but Ace, oh, is stunned by Snag. McGiblets gets away. What a play. Syndragosa over the top here. Can they catch anyone? Still very, very healthy as the Riptire comes on out to create some space. McGiblet's in trouble as Shoe Puff on the flank. Ace in trouble, will be the first to go down. Gigantic mosh pit from 8-Bit. That's going to be the full duration. But can there be a follow-up? Shoe Puff in the back is just trying desperately to take down Key, but Stukov will not fall. 8-Bit in trouble, is going to get skull cracked and removed. BeatGen on the double kill here, but now Linehouse caught. Great peel. Can Linehouse get away? No. Deckard with the last hit. 2 for 1 here. As Shoe Puff is still not done engaging. But looks like this fight is starting to peter out. My goodness. Super back and forth here. BeatGen showing that they've got what it takes to come out ahead in these fights when these ults line up. We're going to have ourselves another race here. Who's going to come out ahead? It's close. It's very close. Coming on down to the last 1,000. But that is going to be ProBUs picking up the Immortal this time as it heads on up to the top lane.
Brings order to this realm.
13s are about to be here for BeatGen. Snagging on us and won't be caught there. It was looking like a possible engage. Objective going to be pushing through the top lane. Wall's already gone, but so is the shielding. Can we get a possible pick here from ProBUs? Ace on the edge, ready to follow up a slide on the low side. There's a nice stun from McGiblets, though. 8-Bit was thinking about moving in on that one. Canny on the top side in a little bit of a pinch spot, but is burning down this Immortal very nicely. Looks like the fort will survive for the meantime as 8-Bit is now going to have to try to walk it away. Slides out of trouble. Snagging on is on the chase here. Will not continue on forward. Meanwhile, on the low side, Arthas and Hogger battle it away. Hogger just being a new hero against an old hero. I think heroes are pretty balanced overall, but it's pretty clear which heroes' kits are from, you know, a newer era compared to an older era. Remaining on the 4v4 here, snagging on us, taking a little damage from Ace. John Bunyan getting out of trouble as, oh, 8-Bit's going to be caught by the edge of that stun from Muradin, and that is ETC caught and removed. Very nicely done. Ektar with the peel on the stay a while and listen catches 2. Make sure the rest of the team gets out safely. But the very tip of that Stormbolt hitting ETC, Blaze in range for the follow-up. That is how you take down that front line. Meanwhile, Hogger just continuing to put the pressure on this bottom lane. BeatGen will take this top camp, timing it out with the objective. No one's on their Shaman camp here just yet, as, ooh, Snagging on is coming on down looking for Shoe Puff, but Shoe Puff turning it around. Linehouse low as well, as Hogger's now literally 1v2ing. Snag caught in that minion wave. Stun does not hit the wall. There's the spin. Oh, the coin flip. Snag went low and Shoe went high. Oh my god, Hogger. Hogger's a fair and balanced hero, everybody. Objective is up here. ProBUs jumping right away onto this Immortal. 16 to 15 right now for ProBUs. Tychus getting away from Linehouse there on the top side as the top fort is ultimately going to fall. And once again, these Immortals have found themselves in defensive positions. I feel like that's ever been the last 2 or 3 of these. Really slowing down the pace here on Battlefield. Giblets finds that stun there, but it's just an exploratory Stormbolt. Linehouse on the low side goes right into the backline, gets a couple hits on there onto John Bunyan. Ace being chased out as well as 8-Bit looking for the peel. The Giblets getting another stun, but they're Ektar just leaving those potions back. The Assassins have no problem. 8-Bit could have a problem here, though, as the stay a while is too far away. ETC goes down, and BeatGen find themselves an opening once again. Follow-up is good. Shoe Puff is going to get the spin back. Gets over the potion. Unbelievable. Bottom fort is going to fall to this pressure from the Shaman camp that was taken at the beginning of the objective. But BeatGen is going to get one of the larger immortal shields we've had this game. We'll see if they can get some counter pressure on the bottom side. The Giblets over the wall there was looking for a pick possibility. Did not get it there. Oh, John Bunyan taking huge damage from Canny. As that big burst build is really coming online here. Blaze gonna have to catch up this bottom lane as the minions will not be here anytime soon to aid with this objective. Shootbuff in the top lane just pushing in that catapult. Big slide in the back though. That is Tychus picked off. He's going for a bit of a flank, but got caught out there. Nicely done by BeatGen. That should give them a lot of space to work with here. With this very high health Immortal. Blaze had to double back to deal with that Hogger pressure, so we're back to a 4v4 in the bottom lane for now. Shootbuff on the flank there, finds a double stun. But now this huge damage. Canny is working on Shootbuff. Hogger goes down. Great follow-up from Key. And with a second pick here, BeatGen might find the opportunity to move in and grab this keep. The minions have caught up to this wave, which will save quite a bit of health on this Immortal. Tychus back on the battlefield, but this keep is absolutely going down. BeatGen not going to stick around looking for another pick. They're just going to say thank you very much and get on back to safety. Objective to be cleared away. Shouldn't take down any of the shielding on this core. See, top fort is going to be the play here from BeatGen, as they will now pull ahead in structures, as well as pulling ahead in experience. BeatGen in a great spot, but ProBUs not out of this one just yet. They've got an opening on the bottom side if they get a big team fight victory. But so does BeatGen. They've got the wide open door here on the bottom lane. As far as things go, things are pretty even. See who's going to be the aggressor moving around the map here. ProBUs staying forward, 8-bit and Ektar. Ready to watch this rotation. Snag is seen there. Thinking about coming through the low side, but catches 8-bit in the bush. That is going to trigger ProBUs to go up and clear this top lane. Bottom lane going to be cleared away by BeatGen. And the lane dance will continue here. I imagine neither team is looking for a quick fight before 20, but you know, sometimes you can catch them out. Snag is going to be in the area, sees John Bunyan. Just testing, not wanting to give this camp away for free. Bottom lane pushing in with a catapult. Top lane, no catapult pressure just yet. We're going into the next objective. Shaman camps being claimed. Next fight is going to be a pretty large one for these teams. We in defensive once again? I think this is offensive positions. Yes, yes. Offensive positions for our first Immortals. Blaze pushing the top lane, bottom lane sort of pushing on its own for now. But that will definitely speed up this Immortal phase. Into the north-south here as BeatGen moves to a defensive spot. These defensive spots do mean that these teams should be able to leak out and clear their off lanes from relative safety, but we'll see if they actually get the chances. McGiblet's over the top. They're looking for a quick pick onto Junkrat, but what a play from Ektar. Those rubies landing directly on top of John Bunyan. 20s are locked in as the roots are in the back. ETC is going to be the first to go down as BeatGen is trying to get the slows and the stuns on the back line. Linehouse moving on forward here, may have bit off more than he can chew. Hogger's going to go down to Vala there in the mid, and BeatGen have the double kill. They don't have the minions in the bottom lane, though, to run at the core just yet. So they're going to grab themselves an Immortal and see if they can open up for the next big fight. Drink some water? Don't mind if I do. Oh, McGiblets is over the wall, but has the dwarf toss to get back to safety. John Bunyan, proving once again to be the Junkrat master. Bottom lane is cleared up there by Snagananas. The objective is going to move in here. There's a route onto Linehouse. John Bunyan thinking about moving in, but doesn't get the boob over the wall. There's not a whole lot there to secure that kill regardless. This keep almost certainly going down. We see ETC is back. Augur is about to return. 8-bit almost caught by that Stormbolt there. Be a quick stun by the Immortal. Beatgen not moving in too hard here. We are going to see the keep go down. There's the route onto Arthas. Sindragosa about to come up here, but they won't go for the engage on this side. Alright, last structure falls for the side of ProBUs. Ooh, nice scout there from John Bunyan. Ace continuing to scout on forward. A successful hold. They lose the structure, but ProBUs is keeping themselves in this game. But at this point of Battlefield of Eternity, the catapults stacking up is a big, big advantage for BeatGen, as they have both of their keeps remaining. ProBUs only has a catapult every third wave, whereas every one of their waves now will have a catapult. ProBUs, if they need a fight, they need to have a quick fight here. BeatGen just happy to move around the map, keep the lanes pushed out, and wait for the next objective phase. No need for them to rush. ProBUs, pretty similar plan. You want to step up and possibly find a quick fight, but if you do that, that means you're not clearing the lanes, and so it's an interesting trade-off position that ProBUs is in here. They're going to take the more passive play and just try to keep their lanes as clear as possible before having to take the next fight. Shaman Camp will help out the top lane, give themselves a little extra time. We're going to see a Shaman Camp here on the right as well from BeatGen, which will really stack up the bottom lane very quickly. Offensive positions for the Immortals, that's definitely a good thing for the side of ProBUs. The shorter the Immortal phase, the better for the team that is behind on lane position. Defensive positions here, very good for BeatGen. They're going to try to slow poke down this Immortal. Shoepuff waiting on the top side for any engage attempts from 8-bit. Top lane is starting to collapse a little bit. There's one catapult wave left. As we see Tychus actually heading on up here to get this clear. See if BeatGen takes the opportunity to move forward. Looks like they're thinking about it. Ektar with a huge flank. They're looking for Canny here. There's the sleep and the root. Follow-up from 8-bit. Is there enough healing? He gets the heal and the swipes. Canny survives. No control coming out from Augur as Shoepuff is trying to get one kill to salvage this. Finds Snagananas. There's the slide, but the bunker comes on through. Can Blaze get out of trouble? Ace is stunned. There's the slow from Deckard. Can Snag get out? No! Blaze goes down. Huge pickup there from ProBUs. That's going to give them an opportunity to finish off this objective and get them back to clear that top lane. It has collapsed into the core here. Shoepuff starting to back. And ProBUs is going to get both. What an engage there. Big time play from Ektar and Shoepuff. Core will stand at 100% health. So now the objective pushing the top side here. BeatGen now in a similar position that ProBUs was on the last objective. All they need to do is make sure they don't get picked off here. And they should be able to have this defense. It is getting pretty late in the game, so this objective has a lot of health here. The Giblets with a very aggressive position. Finds a stun onto the front, but then jumps on back to safety. Objective shelling away at the wall here. ProBUs knows that they want to move forward and they want to get this win right here. Objective moving into the keep range. Linehouse thinking about moving in on the edge, but there's a trap there to scout. Finds the route. Ace coming around the outside. Linehouse is going to be caught and slid, but there is the short... oh gosh, what's that level 7 talent for Arthas? Cut down on the stun time there as the keep is going to fall. ProBUs moves forward. They want to find this end right here, but the objective is already down. That's going to force ProBUs to move away. Good defense there from BeatGen. Oh, huge engage. Sindragosa catches 3. Stay a while and listen onto the backline. Is that enough? No, Hogger goes down. 8-bit in the mix will get taken out as well. BeatGen on the double kill. They've got bottom lane pressure with these catapults. That should mean that they can run across this map and take this win. We'll see if they've got what it takes to push through the remaining 3 members of ProBUs. John Bunyan trying to get up and clear these catapults away. Ace takes them down, but the minion wave is catching up. 30 seconds on Hogger and ETC, and here comes BeatGen. Looking fairly healthy here. Snaganon is in trouble. Actually has to get away from the tower there. Ace being jumped onto there. The follow-up is good, and Tychus goes down. Big move onto Ektar as that is a double kill. Snaganon will be taken out by John Bunyan there as Junkrat tries desperately. Linehouse is actually going to go down as well here. 3 remain. There's not a lot of minion support here. John Bunyan is trying to take out Key. 1 auto should do it. That is it, and the core will fall. BeatGen come back. They even up the series 1-1. GG. What an exciting game number 2. The fights went so back and forth there. ProBUs looked like they were going to punch through for the end, but BeatGen with a fantastic defense come across the map and take the win. Let's take that post-game. Take a look at the stats here. John Bunyan on the Junkrat, over 100,000 damage there for ProBUs. Just a repositioning master that game. Over on the side of BeatGen, GuWutine, nearly 80,000 damage from Canny on the Vala with that Q build. Really, really nice work there. 8-0 on the Vala. Take a look at the talents as we update the scoreboard, and we'll get ourselves ready for game number 3. GG, GG. Choose prediction outcome. BeatGen. Alrighty. Alright, welcome back. We are getting ready for game number 3 here in this best of 3. ProBUs taking on BeatGen GuWutine here in Division A. Players are here. We're just making sure everyone's all set to go, and we will get through with our final match of the day. Hope you're all having a fantastic time. You've been putting up those points, cheering on your teams. You love to see it. And let's get ready for our 3rd game. Let's go to map select. We are going to go to Tomb of the Spider Queen here for our final map, as chosen by ProBUs. Perfect final map. Will the draft be extra spicy? You know it will. Let's jump in. You know it's going to be extra spicy. You know there's going to be no hoggers allowed. BeatGen getting that ban off the board right away. No Stukovs either. Some big-time adjustments being made in this game number 3 draft. The try-hard hats have come on. There shall be no one spared. No Valas, no Maevs. These teams are going to have to pick a different hero. Bum, bum, bum. Can you believe it? Incroyable. First pick here for BeatGen. We're going to see that Junkrat coming out from Canny. Huge counter pick, huge counterplay. As John Bunyan was definitely giving them the business on that Junkrat in game number 2. Idiom's got the trail mix. Now tell me, Idioms, is it the trail mix that's like mostly granola? There's a spare chocolate chip in there somewhere, but it's mostly, you know, that kind of granola stuff? Or is it just like M&Ms mixed with Skittles, mixed with chocolates, and also there's a cashew in there? What's the trail mix mix? Tell me what we're working with here. 8-Bit and Ace going with the Johanna Alarak. Early Alarak pickup there by ProBUs. Showing them they mean business. Rhaegar Ragnaros here for Key and Linehouse. Our first Ragnaros of the day. A couple of high damage melee assassins here in Alarak and Ragnaros. Going into the mid bands. Oh, a Nazebo band. Ragnaros Nazebo is a pairing that can be played to some great effect. On most maps. On Tomb, you can get some good delay going and just scale out of control. 80% granola. Okay, that's you know, I will call that a good trail mix. I got the stuff from Costco one time, and it was like 50% candy. I know that's what the people want, but I was like, this, I might as well have just bought candy. Anduin going to be the ban here from the side of Beat Gen. They don't want to see that deadly charged light bomb combo, which was clearly coming from ProBUs. See what's going to go through alongside this Alarak. We got the Chromie here from John Bunyan, and Ektar gets to pick up that Lucio. I love to see a Chromie on Tomb of the Spider Queen. It's tough to deal with. Last two picks here for Beat Gen, looking down the barrel of the Chromie Alarak. They need a tank, they need a bruiser. I guess they don't technically need a bruiser, they've got Ragnaros. They're going to go with the Sylvanas. Diablo here for McGiblets. I like Diablo Junkrat together. They've got good range. If you can play off of the timing of that overpower, you can displace from quite a long distance away. Shoepuff on the last pick is going to go for the Leoric to round things out here for ProBUs. Definitely helps to put a little pressure on that Diablo, especially between Chromie and Alarak. Neither one of them puts a huge hurting on the Diablo, so Leoric going to help in that regard. Exciting stuff. Exciting drafts here for game number 3. Who's it going to be? I don't know. This has been so even. I don't know who to go for. Let's go back to me for a second. You ever go into the game and you accidentally click on a hero and it ruins your whole camera? Not me. On the left in the blue for game number 3, it is ProBUs. Ektar on the Lucio, Ace on the Alarak, Shoepuff on Leoric, John Bunyan on Chromie, 8-Bit on the Johanna. On the right in the red, we have Beat Gen GuWutine, Key on the Rhaegar, Linehouse playing Ragnaros, Snagananas on the Sylvanas, Canny playing Junkrat, and McGiblets on the Diablo. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Rotations are going to be key. Alarak's going to be looking for that early harassment, those early picks. Giblets booped around a little bit there. Still going to remain pretty healthy. Has that soul shield on level 1 to help deny that Chromie damage. 8-Bit taking a huge hurt in there. Oh, below 60 health on the Haunting Wave, but Johanna does get away. Leoric going to be dealing with Ragnaros here on the bottom side. Ragnaros is a very high damage offlaner. If Shoepuff lands literally every W, it's a good matchup for Leo, but if you miss once, you gotta watch out, because Rag's coming to get you. We'll see how that matchup evolves in the bottom lane as these rotations between mid and top continue on through here. Junkrat going way forward to throw these minions into the wall. Gets out of trouble, no problem. Bruiser Camp's going to be a focus for both squads here, as we see Rhaegar working on the right. We see John Bunyan and Ektar working on the left. No one headed to the bottom camp just yet, but we'll see if that's going to be a priority for either of our teams. It's a race. Who can get it first? It's close, but it is Beat Jen who finishes it up. How you doing, Shy? Welcome, welcome. You're just in time for game number 3. Isn't that exciting? Bruiser Camp's going to go ahead and meet in the mid lane here. Diablo caught on the low side there by John Bunyan. Very nice play there. Alarak keeping up the top side pressure here for ProBUs. Require a response here shortly. Neither team has a lot of damage to get through this spell shield. Ooh, Ektar bumped into the back there by Canny. Oh, Lucio trying to find the move to get away. Snagging up. Hana's on the chase. But the boost is enough to bring Ektar to safety. Drink some water. Okay. Delicious water. Chromie now has that extra damage on the W on the center, getting the slow as well. That'll be something to watch for on that back line. Tomb is a great map. Love to see it. I was thinking I thought they were going to pick Tomb map number 1, but I was incorrect. Checking out on the bottom side here, Shoepuff getting a little bit of damage dealt by the snagging on us, ganking on us. Looks like the bottom camp is going to be started here by Beatgen. Shoepuff does scout it out. Alarak and Lucio are coming on down, and we're going to have ourselves a good old-fashioned camp fight here. Linehouse not wanting to give it up. Shoepuff taking some damage. Ektar trying to get off the point here. McGiblets into the back line. Can't turn around onto Leoric, and it is a full-on brawl for this bottom camp. Everyone's so low. Rag is down. Ektar pushes the pack back. Sylvanas goes down. McGiblets is healing up off of those flame stomps. Gets the reposition. Gets pulled back by Alarak. So close to going down. Survives on 100 health there. Still a double kill for ProBUs, and they do pick up that camp, and it looks like they're about to pick up their first turn-in. Alright, starting out here on the bottom lane. Just getting this cleared, getting this wall taken down is ProBUs. See if they rotate out or if they just want to go ahead and pick up this structure. Linehouse pumped back and caught here. Is there enough damage? There's no Alarak and no Chromie. So they're not going to be able to take down the Ragnaros here. Shoepuff starting to move away. The snagging on us comes on out, and Linehouse becomes a building to help clear away this objective. Meanwhile, Chromie just going, is anyone going to come on up here? And, oh, Canny's here. Okay. No more free push. Key stepping up here with snagging on us to try to clear away this mid is... Ooh, the pull is good. Nice warp, though. Oh, the wave takes down Sylvanas. I can't believe that got the last hit. That must have been like a 5 overkill or something. Lull called in the chat. Unfortunate there for Beatgen. He's stepping forward, trying to find Canny there. McGiblets couldn't get the slip on that structure. Overall, a pretty nice move there. Got a little pop. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Shoepuff pushing this bottom lane off of the last wave. Gonna get a little damage in, but not a lot. Destroy their constructs. Right now, ProBUs on the edge of level 10 here. Hoping to pick that up and get themselves enough time for the next turn-in. Shoepuff working on Linehouse here on the bottom lane. Snagging on us on the chase as well. Leoric, oh, maybe taken down. There's the Meteor. Big damage there, but Ektar has the save ready and rocking. Chromie delaying out the top side. A lot of gems, 46 gems between the two of them. Looking at those level 10s here from ProBUs, we've got the Counter-Strike, High Five, and Tomb, Slowing Sands, and Johanna still considering what that 10 is going to be. About halfway to level 10 here for Beat Gen, as they look to create some space with that Bruiser Camp. You could do a Falling Sword here if you're 8-bit. I like the Blessed Shield engage just to make sure that Alarak has a reasonable follow-up. We are going to see the Blessed Shield there. The Falling Sword isn't that bad of an option versus this Junkrat Diablo setup. But it's always nice to be proactive rather than reactive with your ult. Blue Web Weavers are coming on through, so we do see that double turn in here from ProBUs. Softened up all 3 lanes already with their first objective turn-in, so we'll see how much further they can get with this one. Leoric gonna try to take down this bottom structure. Linehouse gonna become a building. So Shootbuff just gonna wait that out. Big engage here on the top side, though. Wailing Arrow coming on from snagging on as Lucio will not get away. Lightning Breath from the Giblets is enough for the takedown. There is a nice pin between the wall and the Entomb versus Diablo. Shadow Charge. Will it be enough? No, Diablo goes down. That is a soul reset here as Key trying to get out of trouble. Rhaegar will fall. Got caught on the middle there and had to try to run through traffic, but Rhaegar will not get away. Bottom structure will remain here. Ace is trying to find Canny on the backside. McGiblets, oh, that was a weird interaction with the telekinesis. McGiblet's going to be silenced. Linehouse slowed there by Chromie. That is a lot of damage coming out from John Bunyan. Snagging on is on the outside. Sulfurous smash onto 8-bit. Nice unstoppable there from Ektar. And 2 are inside the time trap. My goodness, I can't believe no one's going down. Shootpuff with a huge Entomb onto 2. Snagging on is able to get away there as McGiblets wants a new engage. Gonna be slowed by the sands, but has the Flame Stomp healing. And every ult flew by twice. Nobody going down. Very nicely done there. A lot of gems available here for Beat Gen, looking for an opportunity to turn in. Ace getting the interrupt there with the Lightning Surge. John Bunyan trying to find an angle, gets the interrupt onto Snaganonis. 8-bit has the next one. And ProBUs not going to give up this turn, and Beat Gen forced to move back. Really nice map control so far from ProBUs. Oh, there it is. Sulfurous Smash lands. Linehouse trying to trade out onto Shootbuff. Ace with the move in, gets the point and click and kill. The gems are picked up there by Key. Shootpuff. Ooh, is going to get out of trouble there. Nice pickup by ProBUs once again. Ace getting nearly taken down there by McGiblets. The pings are coming on through. I think that was a shadow charge onto a minion there. 8-bit trying to drop off 22. Will be able to do so. Still 10 more gems needed for ProBUs if they want a 3rd turn in a row. Which is honestly not that far away here. Canny on the top side, just trying to make sure this wave doesn't press in too far. Ace picking up a free camp here on the low side, as right now Beat Gen just waiting to be back at full strength, looking for an opportunity to push out on the map once again. Let's see if they can use this Bruiser camp to do that. But they're running out of time here. A couple more waves. We might have a 3rd turn in for ProBUs. Have enough now, but they need basically everybody for this turn in. The Giblet's going to get the first interrupt onto Shootpuff there. Snaganonis and Canny. Canny has enough for the solo turn-in, and that is going to be the first red Web Weavers of the game here for Beat Gen. '16's on the horizon for ProBUs, but not here just yet. Beat Gen might have an opportunity to find a quick fight here. No move onto 8-bit there from McGiblets. Not the best kill target in the world, the 2-gem Johanna. 16's close, but not quite here. This could be key in this next defense. Pull onto the Sylvanas as Snagging is trying to spread those Black Arrow debuffs. Sixteens are now in for ProBUs. As Shoepuff is rooted there. Was looking for a big-time flank. Still looking in the back line as McGiblets is trying to tank the entire front line. Receives the Ancestral. Ektar is caught in the Lightning Breath once again. Sulfurous Smash peels away that Iron Skin as Shoepuff is trying to get onto everybody. Chromie, huge damage. Rhaegar going down. McGiblets is next. Snagging is on 50 gems. Warps away. Can Shoepuff catch up? No. Ace is trying to catch up for a lightning surge, but can't get in range. 8-Bit with the Blessed Shield gets the kill, and Ace does get in range. But can he there to pick up the pieces? Still 3 kills for 1 there for ProBUs. Wow. I can't believe Ace caught up for that lightning surge kill. What a turnaround. They recognized that BeatGen was weak from the last fight, and despite being 4v5, come on through and take the re-engage. And now they're going to grab themselves a boss. We did get a turn-in there. Canny dropped off all of those gems for a double red turn-in. We'll see how much they can get here with this boss pushing the top lane against them. Boss just going to boogie on by there. Well, does the objective turn around? No, it won't. Just a couple of minions will turn around. How you doing, Totes? Welcome to the show. ProBUs just getting these web weavers cleared away without too much trouble. BeatGen clearing up this boss without too much trouble, and just a little bit of a resource reset here. Webweaver walking across the map, but as we all know, the Webweavers just lose health just by walking, so almost at half health already, despite no one putting a finger on it until now. No possible engage here in the mid. Lightning Breath comes out. Ektar is going to scoot away from that one. Shoepuff, who's working on that back line here, but is pretty low. Nice Sulfurous Smash. Ektar trying to scoot away. Does get the high five movement. Silence comes out, but Linehouse receives the Ancestral. McGiblet's low. Will be taken down. Somehow Shoepuff survives. Chromie is trying to chase on through to get that extra damage. Did take the Unraveling 20 there, not the Pierce, so won't be able to go on through that minion wave. That is a Sulfurous Smash Ragnaros indeed. So, ProBUs picking up that extra kill. They do have enough for another turn-in here. Another couple turn-ins if they choose. Bruiser Camp will be picked up, though, by BeatGen. Webweaver turn-in completed. They've got the minion waves in their favor here. We'll see if Ragnaros can stop yet another push. Weaver's coming on through. Leoric does get that top wave clear. That'll significantly improve the positioning of that spider. And now they're right up onto these keep walls with level 20 in tow. There's a pull onto McGiblets. The Unraveling on the gate comes on through. Pressure is on here. BeatGen looking for another big defense. Ragnaros becomes a building, looking for the clear on this mid lane wave. Top and bottom are starting to collapse here, though. We see ProBUs just going to go ahead and move up to the top side, because this keep is already taken down to half health. Shoepuff moving on forward, thinking about, oh, the silence barely misses. Snagging Honest pops the self-unstoppable to move away. BeatGen trying to move on through here, but great shielding coming on out from Johanna. Shoepuff taking some damage here, but moves on through with the Ghost to reduce the damage of Diablo. Smash doesn't quite catch John Bunyan, but Johanna gets caught by McGiblets and removed. BeatGen loses the structure, but they do not lose the game here. See if they lose bottom structures. Canny's trying to clear this away. There's a lot of archer minions here. Looks like Junkrat has the clear to take him down, though. BeatGen not done just yet, getting those couple kills. Big catch-up experience here on the path to level 20. They need 3 more gems for a turn-in. The Giblets thinking about moving across for a camp invade, but the rest of the team wanting to stop off and turn in. But they need another wave here if they want to get web weavers. Key trying to find these 3 here on the bottom side. Another 9 or another 11 required for ProBUs. If they want one, Silence and Tomb onto snagging on has the Banshee Resilience. Oh gosh, I forget the Unstoppable. Sylvanas. Will of the Forsaken used after the Silence expired. He's dropping 18 there on the bottom side. Still another couple gems needed from the wave here. Ektar needed to pick those up and turn those in here. Oh, Shoepuff, nice Unstoppable there. McGiblet's not going to get the pin. Ektar has exactly enough for the turn, and can he stop it? They are in range. 20 versus 20 here. It's coming down to this. Right now, ProBUs has a pretty significant structure lead, but top is a little bit bruised. With a decisive enough team fight, BeatGen could walk it through top and win. No ults committed just yet. No timely ults, as of course the slowing sands can be repositioned there. There's the negative armor. Oh, the Silence catches too! The double Ancestral keeps them both so healthy. Snagging on is trying to get that back line. There's the counter-strike, but John Bunyan, no way out. Chromie goes down. BeatGen have one, and they're looking for more. Shoepuff just trying to reduce that damage and get out of trouble there. BeatGen getting that very, very important kill, and that's going to allow them a turn-in to try to even out these lanes. This catapult might get in range of this. That's going to be close in the bottom lane if that keep survives. Oh, the catapult doesn't move forward. BeatGen trying to ride this momentum out. They've got 30 seconds without Chromie. Web Weavers on top and bottom are caught way back here, but the mid Web Weaver is moving forward. 15 seconds till Chromie is back. BeatGen looking for another huge push here. Web Weaver's going to start to be worked on here by ProBUs. Big cleanse there from Ektar as McGiblis wanted the pin. It is starting to be worked down. Shoepuff on the outside, thinking about it engage. Silence onto the front line. The Orc just continuing to just put out that harass. The Giblet's in the back there. There's a follow-up stun from Ragnaros. Huge Unstoppable is enough to get Ace on out. 8-Bit may not be so lucky, though. Trying to walk it away. Diablo goes down. Somehow Johanna survives. Ace is into the back line, trying to kill everybody. Rag is down. Rhaegar is down. Ektar is trying to find Snagananas here. Diablo is back on the battlefield, but ProBUs is out for blood. Snagananas gets away just barely there. Is there a bless? Oh, the Holy Renewal Shield Glare was just out of range. Nearly got the kill there, did Johanna. Bottom goes down here. There's no minions, and 3 left on the defense. Can ProBUs actually move forward for this win? Shoepuff wanting to keep this engage going, but ProBUs is a little bit hesitant right now. Snagananas on the outside, playing with Ace. There's the Silence. Is there going to be a follow-up? Leoric sent away here. Snagananas is low, but survives for now. ProBUs starting to run out of time here. He is going to back off. Wow, that was close. But BeatGen survives once again. Bottom keep taking some damage, but should survive here. We are going to have blue Web Weavers on the way. Everyone up and rolling once again here for ProBUs. This time BeatGen has a little bit of a better lane situation. At least on the top side. If they can get bottom cleared in time, that should be good for ProBUs. Oh, they need to take down that catapult. They gotta take it down. No! They're gonna double on back through the mid here. Not wanting to be caught on that mid rotation. The Giblets is going to be spotted on the edge there. Shoe Puff moves forward, not a full engage yet. They're going to see Key on the backside here as Diablo is going to be silenced on the front line. Pulled back in. The Ancestral does land. The negative healing is coming on through, though. Diablo is getting low on resources. They've got to kill him so many times. Johanna's actually going to be the one going down. Can McGiblets actually escape this? Unbelievable. Diablo survives. Shoe Puff on the low side is being run down here by Canny. That is Leoric to go down, and Gems on the ground. McGiblets with 1,000 health bars somehow survives, and BeatGen has the double kill, but they've got to deal with these web weavers. Mid keep is going to fall. The collapse is coming on through, so they won't be able to walk across and try to win here. ProBUs is out of gems. That was their last turn in for quite a while here. BeatGen not really having much of an opportunity to turn in either, but they do have time to grab themselves a very late game boss and try to run that into the core. Shoe Puff is going to spawn right in the mix here. Popping the Unstoppable. Leo knows that they've got to try something here. There's the follow-up. Snagging on has taken some damage. Leo with the silence into the back. Ace is trying to style on everybody, but is being slowed and carved up there by the flames. Alarak goes down. Canny is low. Somehow survives. Leo goes down. Junkrat taken out from long range by John Bunyan. Everyone is so low here. Lighthouse goes down as 8-Bit is gathering them all up. This is horrible for BeatGen. Unbelievable. That's Rhaegar to go down 3 for 2 here as 8-Bit gathers up McGiblets. Has full souls again, though. Will come back if McGiblets actually does go down. There's the flame stop. What is Diablo as a hero? Unbelievable. I think McGiblets is going to escape. Snagging on has got out of there. ProBUs, they're still looking for him. McGiblets pushed away, and that is going to be Diablo's souls reset, but only 3 members up here for ProBUs. Can they actually push through to this core versus 2? Waves are starting to crash. We've got some catapults here. 8-Bit is just trying to get these minions into core range. Junkrat back in 5. Rag back in 10. Snagging on as gets away from the Entomb, and the core is starting to lose shielding here. ProBUs just trying to take this down. Shoe Puff has respawned. 70% on the core. Snag is low. Snagging on as barely gets away. Blessed Shield to try to create some space. 8-Bit is being roasted away. There's the Indomitable, but Shoe Puff goes down. Core at 36%. There goes Diablo. Can John Bunyan end this? Ace stepping on forward. ProBUs needs to find an opportunity to hit the core here, but they're being pushed away. BeatGen is going to take down Johanna. Ektar, Ace, and John Bunyan can't get back in range of the core, and it's going to start regenning some health soon. Regenning some shielding. Ace going into the back. 10%, 5%, and they do it. ProBUs takes down the core and holds on to the series. GG. Unbelievable. BeatGen came up with so many clutch team fights, so many defenses in this series. ProBUs with the last gasp flies on through to the core and manages to take it down. Really exciting series today. Unbelievable stuff. Let's go to the post game. Wow, big time plays on Tomb of the Spider Queen. John Bunyan on the Chromie, 85,500 hero damage for the side of ProBUs. Canny on the Junkrat, 200,000 siege, 105,000 hero damage, and nearly 25,000 experience. Just an absolute monster, that game. So close to pulling it off in the end for BeatGen. We'll take a look at the talents. We'll see if we can get ourselves an interview with our winning team. Hello, hello, Ektar and Ace. Congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Thank you.
What a series today. Was this your first one, or did you have any flex matches thrown in before this one?
We are not Durtan's couch. We have not played a flex match before any of our fixed matches.
They had a bye week one. It's cheating.
Well, what a series today. Really super back and forth. All three games there. Did you come in expecting this one to be as close as it was?
Uh, we knew it had
Yeah.
the possibility. It sort of depends on what version of Beat Gen decided to play today. There's the we just want to have fun Beat Gem and the we just want to win games Beat Gen. And I think one of those is an easier opponent than the other. I'll let you figure out which one it is.
Well, I'll tell you from the caster perspective, it seemed like game three, the draft intensity turned up a little bit there. There were the target bans come on through, some spicy picks in the end. Were you at all worried about that Junkrat first pick there from Canny there on Tomb?
I think everyone is always worried about Junkrat. Like, obviously, he's an incredibly good hero, but you don't always see him as first pick priority because he's kind of difficult.
Hmm.
So if someone has the confidence to go into first pick Junkrat, you know you're probably in for a bad day. Or it's just mid-plat Storm League they're going to feed, but I don't think Canny is that kind of player.
No, I don't. That's not what I saw today. I mean, both Junkrat players. I mean, John Bunyan on your side, game two, was completely controlling the space. Canny was putting up. I still got the numbers up here. Over 100,000 damage on that last game, just clearing every lane like crazy. More siege damage than Ragnaros, which is not something you see every day. But wow, what a series we had. Yeah, I mean, tell me a little bit about ProBUs. Tell me a bit about where you stand in the division. Is it a lot of new teams you're facing this season, or a lot of old names? What's the division looking like for you?
I'll defer to the NGS historian for this one.
Well, back in season two, that's the only thing I know. Uh, so, being that we've floated around this area for a long time, we do recognize most of the team names that exist there. Gilly Shark has been around the Ada Nexus area for, I don't know, like 8 seasons, it feels like. You've got another Storm team there. Heavy Slaps we recognize from previous seasons. Cool Cats and Kittens have been floating around BNA. Another Storm Probes team. I think it's fairly similar. I don't think it's a hugely changed roster. And Papega's on Ice won Div B last season. We've been, I know some of their players, so a lot of familiar faces. Good to have everybody back, I guess. Smile. And we're just looking to play, have some good games with them. And yeah, of course, Beat Gen been around the upper divisions for a real long time, so always a tough match against them.
We do have a comment here from Linehouse who says winning is for tryhards. What's your response to this?
You won game two.
You did win a game with 3 bruisers / tanks, right?
Y'all ran Syndragosa engage with 3 frontline. That's a very try-hard comp.
An excellent response. Thank you very much. Well, goodness gracious, Pete. I think today, I was looking at the schedule earlier. I feel like all of Div A played at the same time tonight, so I'm going to have to go and check how the standings shook out from this one. But is there a team in the division where you feel like, they're definitely coming out on top, or do you feel like, based on the early weeks, you'll have to see who ends up being strong?
Little column A, little column B. I think, like, sort of by the numbers, on their best day, ProBUs, Duratan's Couch, and GuWutine are, like, definitely 3 of the teams to look out for.
Okay.
GuWutine played Duratan's Couch yesterday, and DC won 2-0. We played them today and won 2-1. But, I mean, it's the first, 2-3 matches or so of the season. I genuinely believe every team in the division is probably capable of taking at least games off of every other team in the division. So while I want to say I think we've got a shot at the money this season, I think so does everybody else.
It'll be exciting to see. This is definitely a division to watch here. Good stuff. Thank you so much for being here, Ektar, 7th Ace. I appreciate you coming on through.
Yeah, speaking of the the teams you mentioned there, Ektar, we do have a Durtan's ProBUs match next week as well. So a kind of trifecta triangle could be sorted out as of next week. So that should be a good one.
That'll be
triangle
one to
if you like
watch. Absolutely. All right. Thanks for coming on through. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Shout outs to Taco for believing an ace in me on his fantasy NGS team.
That's great shout out, Ektar. Really
Yep.
appreciate
Well
it.
done.
Shout out to Velik's mom because I doubt anyone has said it yet this season.
Always good
shout
to
out,
get that one in.
shout out to our opponents. They've been around for a long time, and that was a very fun series. I felt it's always fun when all of the games feel competitive, and I definitely felt that way today. And shout out to NGS for continuing to put on this awesome league.
And the caster for casting the match and yeah, especially that. We always appreciate having it, Crush.
Yeah.
So.
My pleasure entirely. This was an excellent series. Congratulations once again on the win, and good luck going forward in what should be a very competitive division.
All right, thank you. Have fun in your games too.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
See you.
Bye.
All righty.